Hello and welcome to the final day of the ACHA Women's Division II Hockey Championships. I'm Colin Shalik. This past weekend saw the ACC Cougars advancing to the semifinals as they won their game on Saturday versus Adrian College. The other Canadian team in this tournament, Sioux College, also advanced to the semis. Here's a look at how the playoff Sunday shaped up as the Assiniboine Cougars from Pool C matched up against the Northeastern University Huskies from Pool A. As mentioned, the Sioux College Cougars also advanced from Pool D, and they met the Dakota College at Bottineau Lady Jacks. There were a lot of expectations around the two Canadian teams in action on Sunday, but the other story people were talking about was the underdog Huskies, who had to win 3 consecutive upsets to make it to the semifinal against ACC. And with that said, let's take a look at what happened in these two playoff matchups. We will start off with the early game as ACC played host to Northeastern. Northeastern had a shutdown strategy and played a very stingy defensive game. In the first period, Northeastern opens the scoring with 5 minutes left in the frame as Abigail Lamontagne finds the back of the Cougars' net, beating Megan Beswitherick. This is the first goal scored against Brandon in the entire tournament. The Huskies lead by a score of 1-0. The Huskies focused on shutting down ACC's captain and the tournament's leading goal scorer, Simone Turner. She was often double-teamed whenever she was around the puck, and they kept Turner off the score sheet for the first time at these ACHA championships. While ACC controlled the game and had a ton of puck possession time and offensive zone time, the Cougars couldn't solve the Huskies goalie, Nora McGowan, until late in the third period when Lacey Gaffrey finally puts the puck past McGowan to tie the game at 1. Nothing got solved in regulation, and despite the Cougars controlling the play most of the time, they just did not get any true grade A chances in the first overtime. Both netminders had to be sharp after 20 minutes. The score remained tied at 1 as they went into second overtime. Just 3 minutes into the second overtime, and on a bit of a bad bounce, the puck slides underneath Beswitherick. The Huskies' Nicole Polis is credited with the goal. Northeastern wins in double overtime and ends the Cougars' quest for a third straight championship. ACC is out, and Northeastern upsets their way to the final today to continue their Cinderella run at these ACHA championships. The other semifinal game, was delayed by the double overtime in the first semi. Featured the Sioux College Cougars and the Dakota College at Bottineau Lady Jacks. The only other Canadian team in this tournament, the Cougars have been an offensive powerhouse all tournament long, with the most goals for among all teams in Division II play. The Lady Jacks took a bit out of the Huskies' playbook as they played an equally stingy style of defense and kept the potent offense of the Cougars off balance and off the score sheet for the first 2 periods. But the Sioux Cougars were not to be denied. In the third, Brooke Brazeau finally solves the Lady Jacks goalie, Kara Zelik, as she gets her first of the tournament. With 12 minutes gone in the third, Emily Moore finds the back of the Lady Jacks cage and Sioux is up 2-0. Despite Bottineau's tight defensive style of play, Sioux was just too much for the Lady Jacks, and it's Brazeau getting her second of the game with less than 4 minutes remaining. The Cougars get the shutout victory with Brazeau netting 2 goals and Emily getting 3 assists as they advance to today's final against Northeastern. So this is how Playoff Sunday wraps up at today's ACHA Women's Division II final. It's the upstart Huskies versus the veteran Cougars in an international matchup. In the first period of this championship final, Sioux starts the scoring as Brooke Brazeau sets up Emily Moore, and she beats Northeastern's Nora McGowan, and it's 1-0 Sioux. At the halfway mark of the first, and Megan Daly finds Emily out in front, and she makes no mistake. Sioux goes up by a score of 2-0. 2 minutes later, and it's Emily Brunette who feeds Moore, and she snaps it past McGowan. It's Moore's second of the game, and Sioux leads 3-0. But Northeastern battles back, and Abigail Lamontagne puts the Huskies back within 2 as they go to the locker room. Sioux leads 3-1. On to the second, and in the second minute, Alyssa Turcotte jumps on the loose puck, and she snaps the wrister past a screened McGowan, and the Cougars lead 4-1. A minute later, and Emily gets the slap pass to Brooke Brazeau, and she tips it home. It's 5-1 for Sioux College, and they are in control of this championship game. The Cougars add 1 more to their tally as Stephanie Pagnotta bends the twine. That makes the score in this one 6-1. Sioux College goes on to win their first ever ACHA Women's Division II championship. The Cougars went undefeated in the regular season and throughout the tournament to capture the title. Lots of excitement and energy on the ice as they celebrate the win. So the Sioux College Cougars raise the championship trophy, and they'll be hoisting the 2023 banner in their home rink. Unfortunately, ACC goes home empty-handed with their three-peat hopes dashed, but they can hold their heads high. They had an outstanding season, going 23-1 and an excellent showing in the ACHA championships, winning their pool and scoring 22 unanswered goals. But credit to Sioux College for their championship win in today's final. We hope that you enjoyed our coverage of the ACHA Women's Division II Championships here on WCG-TV and on the Cougars YouTube channel. On behalf of our production team on location in Marlborough and our crew here in Brandon, I'm Colin Shalik. Thanks for watching.